Alright, so this is now, we're up to 5.4 already on our notes. Just zooming through this chapter. 5.4. And we're still simplifying, but we'll just call this one adding linear expressions. And then next week we'll do some subtracting. Subtracting is a little bit more challenging because you end up with the double negative thing and people forget about that. So we're just going to stick with adding today. So make sure you guys put your name. Today is the 19th. And the EQ hasn't really changed much. I'm just going to shorten it a little bit. And this one is still, let's just put, how do we combine like terms, because we're still really doing that. We will distribute again today. We'll distribute and combine. So, and like I said, there's not a lot of vocabulary that goes with this other than the linear expressions that we looked at in the book. And remember, linear just means a straight line. But we're going to go right into some examples. I'm going to show you a little trick of how to do these. So example 1. 2x plus 3 in the first parentheses. Let me zoom it in a little bit more for you guys in the back. That better? Okay. So 2x plus 3, and then we're going to add x plus 4. Now before, when we did some of these, I had you guys circling the like terms. Do you remember that? We were circling all the x's and then circling the constants. You can still do that. But one other way to do it, it's called stacking. So write stacking. And you take the 2x plus 3 from the first set of parentheses and then put a plus sign, just like you're adding back in elementary school when you stacked your addition problems. And then you put x plus 4 right underneath that. So you're lining up your x's and you're lining up your constants. You guys see how I stacked them? Alright, now it's pretty easy. So how many x's? We have 2x plus x, so we have 3x. And then we have addition here, so what's 3 plus 4? 7. And that's your answer. It's kind of the long way, but it helps people in the very beginning to get these right, so you don't make mistakes. Any questions on that? Okay, let's do another one. Example 2. So this one will be 2x minus 1 in the first set of parentheses plus an x minus 5 in the second set of parentheses. So I'm going to stack them again. So I have 2x minus 1 plus x minus 5. I'm going to add these together. So what's 2x plus x? 2x plus x is 3x. Good. Not a trick question. And what's negative 1 plus negative 5? Negative 6. Good. So I have, negative 1 and a negative 5. That makes negative 6. And that's your answer. Any questions on that one? Okay. Let's try example 3. Let's do 3x plus 5 in the first set plus 2x plus 3 in the second set. Again, we'll stack them. So what should we have for our answer? Okay, so we have 5x and then we have 8. Raise your hand if you think that's pretty simple. Good. Let's do another one with negative. Example 4. 2x minus 4 plus 3x minus 7. stack them together. We have 2x minus 4 on the top plus 3x minus 7 on the bottom. How many x's do we have? 5x. And what's our constant? What's negative 4 plus negative 7? Negative 11. Did you guys all see that? This is the part where people mess up because of the negatives and they forget their negative integer rules. So be very careful on those. Okay. I told you we'd do one with distributing as well. So let me find one like that. Alright, so example 5. So we're going to do a 2 on the outside of the first set of parentheses. So 2 times x plus 3 plus another set of parentheses, 3x plus 1. So before you can stack these and add them, you have to distribute that 2. So draw your rainbows here. And what's 2 times x? 2x. And 2 times a positive 3 is 6. So now we're just going to stack that with the second one, the 3x plus 1. So how many x's do we have? 5x. We get that 5x a lot, don't we? It's kind of funny, the last 3 problems. And then 6 plus 1 is 7. So whenever you see one where it has a number on the outside, you have to distribute first. Alright, I'm going to give you guys a U try. Maybe 2 U tries, we'll see. Here's the first one. So we have inside the parentheses a negative 2x minus 4 plus a 2x plus 2. You guys can use whatever method you want. If you want to stack them together, go ahead. If you want to just circle them and figure it out, that's fine too. Just raise your hand when you think you know. Only one person knows. Some of you are wondering why they raise their hands so quickly, I think. Okay, what's the answer, you guys with your hands up?
2.
Is it 2 or?
It's just regular 2.
Negative 2, right?
Yeah, negative 2.
So if I stack these, you guys will quickly see what happens. So I have 2x, or negative 2x minus 4 plus 2x plus 2. What happens to a negative 2x and a positive 2x? That's the additive inverse, so that's basically saying it's 0, isn't it? So you could just cross those off. And now I have negative 4 plus 2, so that's a negative 2. You guys see it okay now? Okay, I'm going to flip my paper over. We're going to do another U try. So this is number 2. Alright, let's try one with distributing again. So I'm going to do negative 3 on the outside times negative x minus 5 inside the parenthesis plus parentheses x plus 5. You guys try this, just raise your hand when you think you know. This one will take a little bit longer. Anyone think they know? Okay, those of you with your hands up, what do you guys think it is?
-5 plus 1.
I heard -5 plus 20. You guys, anything else? What do you think it is? -3? No? Any other ideas? What's the first step? What is the first step? Distribute, right? Okay, so let's draw the rainbows. So this becomes a positive 3x because a negative times a negative is a positive. Did you guys get that step right there? And then -3 times -5 is a positive 15. So now I'm going to stack the x plus 5 right underneath it. Add them together. What should I get now?
4x plus 30.
4x, because I have a 3x plus an x, plus
30.
20.
20.
Is there anyone in here who got that? Okay, you were just being quiet earlier.
Good job, Peter.
Good job. Any questions on that one? That one seemed to throw you guys a little bit, right? Okay. The pages we're going to do in your book are page, let's see, it goes from 399 to 401, and you're going to do numbers 1 through 12 all, 14, and then 18 through 23 all. And it seems like a lot, but we do need a lot of practice on this kind of stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn to 399 and get started on that.